9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Hey, hello. Adrian did it. That's what it looks like. We're not really sure. I kinda don't want to believe she did it. Dude, no way. That woman couldn't do anything like that. In court today, there will be a mountain of evidence that will implicate you. A mountain of evidence? I'm certain there's someone out there trying very hard to pin this whole thing on you. And the killer's trying to get him off the hook, so... Please, Mr. Lawyer, dude, like I said yesterday, I'm refreshing like a spring breeze, alright? I can't let any sort of scandal ruin that. Again, can't let any sort of scandal ruin that. That leads me to believe he and Impact's had his thing or something. Damn, did you kill her? Oh no. I understand. Well, it's almost time. Who is this? Oh, hi. You just gonna show up like that? Hi, Mia. We must get a complete acquittal today. I know, yeah. But I can't focus on Maya's situation right now. Or Pearl's either. True. No matter what, I have to focus on winning this case by the end of the day. Indeed. Well, let's get going. Hold on. Put on a jacket first. Oh shit, it's him. Okay. Where did I not go over? Oh. This is Wright. Good morning. This is it, Mr. Attorney. The day of the trial. Maya, she's unharmed, right? Well, what's well? When I checked on her earlier this morning, she seemed a bit... how shall we say? Tired? Was she gone? Don't worry, people don't die that easily. Besides, what you really should be concentrating on is winning today's trial. For my sake as well as yours, you must win today's trial. What? How are you connected at all? Which is why... Ooh, I sent you a little present this morning. Present? What in the world would you want to give me? You'll figure it out once the trial starts. And even if you don't like my gift, I expect you to graciously accept it and win the day's contest, if you please. Wait. Okay. The kidnapper sent me a present. Is it fake evidence? Is it? I don't know. Mr. Lawyer, dude, who was that? Nobody. It has nothing to do with you, so forget you heard anything, alright? Dude, did your nose just get longer? Yeah, just a little bit. Just a tiny bit, but... 10 a.m. We're in the court. Where's Von Karma? Hello? Court is now in session for the trial of Madame God. I don't know why you have that voice right now, Judge, but hey. Are the prosecution and defense ready? The defense is ready, Your Honor, but... Where's she at? She not showing up today? She sick? I say, Mr. Wright, what happened to Miss Von Karma? I don't know. I'm not her keeper. That's not my job, Judge. I don't know, Your Honor. Why are you getting mad at me? I'm here on time. Your Honor? Hey, please be quiet, bailiff. Court is in session. If you must tell me something, please keep it brief. Now then, what is it? Prosecutor Von Karma has... This morning, Miss Von Karma... This morning, Miss Von Karma was shot by an unknown gunman. What? Did the killer just go up and try... Oh, okay. Damn, okay. What? Shot? Somehow. I think this is the present that man was talking about. Yeah, me too. Oh shit. Oh shit, is Edgeworth gonna show up now? His present. Miss Von Karma is one of the top prosecutors in the country at the moment. If she were to disappear, it would be to your advantage. Imagine we get Max Payne or what? His name's not Max Payne. Anyway, Payne from the tutorials in here. We definitely win then. This is totally insane. Miss Von Karma, is she alright? I don't have that answer. It's him. It's him. She's alive and in stable condition. That's good, huh? You? I thought he'd show up. Oh, he's in the stand. Your Honor, due to the circumstances, Miss Fransika Von Karma cannot appear in court today. I, Miles Edgeworth, will be taking her place. The prosecution is ready, naturally. Can we pass him a note really quick? Like, hey, you know Maya, she's in trouble, and if we don't get her acquitted, we're fucked. Like, I feel like he'd care a little at this point. Miss Von Karma was shot in her right shoulder and is currently undergoing surgery. Wait, her right shoulder? Is that not the same shoulder her dad was shot in? Damn. Okay. Luckily, I have looked this case over and I'm familiar with the details. The prosecution seeks to prove the guilt of Mr. Matt on God. The court acknowledges the prosecution. Yeah, just like him. Right. I finally found the answer I was struggling for on my long journey this past year. We can rest easy today. We won't get wet. By the time this case comes to an end, you too will know the answer. Now then, the prosecution would like to call its first witness. Please bring Detective Gumshoe to the witness stand. Hey buddy, guess what? You're not getting whipped today. Witness, your name and occupation? My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm a detective down at the precinct. For now. For now? Well, after this trial's over, I'm supposed to turn in my badge, sir. Aw, Gumshoe, no. The prosecution has no need for a depressed witness. Get it together. Lift your head up and face forward like a proud officer, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Yes, sir. That's better. Now, let's have your testimony. If we want to explore the various facets of this case, we must start with that. Get ready, Phoenix. This is gonna be one very rough fight. It really is, considering we had one day. Yeah, it would have to be with Edgeworth as my opponent, wouldn't it? The answer you were struggling for. Interesting. Show me this answer you finally found, Edgeworth. Bare facts of the case. Alright. This murder happened after the Hero of Heroes award ceremony, sir. The victim, Juan Corrido, was found dead in his hotel room. I'm surprised that we haven't gotten the plate from the room, because it clearly is missing a knife, so why haven't we gotten it? Oh well, I guess. After looking into the cause of death, we believe he was definitely murdered, sir. At first, we thought there was something suspicious about the empty guitar case. However, we later found out that the guitar case had nothing to do with the murder. I mean, are you sure? Where did you find his guitar, though? Because that's kind of important. I'm pressing you on all of that. I'm sorry. After after the award ceremony ended, the victim was alone in his room. Yes, sir. Both the victim and defendant went alone to their room, sir. That's a lie. I see. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Alright, do we get that last part where he said they were alone? Because that's straight up contradiction. Okay. This murder happened after the Hero of Heroes award ceremony, sir. I doubt we'll get anything, but... Would you please give us a brief timeline of what happened after the ceremony? Okay, pal, the ceremony started at 6 p.m. It ended around 8 p.m., and then there was a short break. A special post-ceremony show was supposed to start in the lobby 30 minutes later. And that's when the victim's body was found, correct? Which is to say, the murder occurred during that 30-minute break period. Please continue with your testimony, detective. Okay. The victim, Juan Corrido, was found dead in his hotel room. The person who discovered the victim's body was Adrian Andrews, correct? Yeah. Who is this Adrian Andrews you're talking about? She's the defendant, Madame God's manager. She's a really pretty lady, sir. Oh, so she's a pretty lady. I wonder if she will grace us with her presence. Maybe. We'll see. When the post-ceremony show was about to start, she went to get Mr. On Guard. After visiting his room, she next went to the victim's room to get him for the show, sir. So they were both going up? Interesting. He was going to confess something. Interesting. Yeah, that's what they're gonna argue, that he was gonna confess something and he killed. His motive for murder was not having to do the confession, I guess. Okay. I see, and that's when she found the victim's body. After looking into the cause of death, we believe he was definitely murdered, sir. Huh, why? Why do you believe that? The cause of death, wasn't that because Mr. Corrido was stabbed in the chest? Only a careless amateur would believe something so brainless as that, pal. Take a good hard look at the crime photo. Now, a real pro's attention would be drawn here to this bandana. Yeah? Banana? His bandana, sir. That's the thing wrapped tightly around his neck. Do you need a snack? Are you hungry? I got pocket ramen if you want it. Ah, yes, I see. His banana-scented bandana. Then, what about the knife? It seems to have been stuck in the victim's chest on purpose after his death. Oh. Okay, so... he was strangled then, maybe? And then stabbed post-mortem? We have a crafty murderer on our hands here. Time of death 8:15. Strangled with a scarf, then stabbed with a knife. You're kinda gonna have to say that you have to be pretty strong to strangle somebody if they're stronger than you. But I don't know if that's the case. I feel like that might be an argument though. At first, we thought there was something suspicious about the empty guitar case. And why did you think that, huh? Is it because there was no guitar in it? Because it was empty, pal. The Jammin' Ninja doesn't go anywhere without his bright red guitar. And we couldn't find it anywhere at the scene of the crime, so where was it? Oh, then how about this theory? A fan really wanted the guitar and did the crime to get it. How's that? Oh, yeah, perfect. Love it, Judge. You're on my side right now. We thought of that too, but... The only fingerprints on the guitar case were the victims. Okay, but gloves exist, Gumshoe. Gloves exist, you know. Only the victims, huh? I see. So much for my theory then. No, keep thinking that. Anything to get it away from Madame Guard is fine. Bears Corita's fingerprints, water, but only on the top of the lid. Okay, but Gumshoe, hold on. There's water on the top of the lid, and only the victim's fingerprints on it. If the water fell over when he died, he couldn't have opened the case afterwards. Gumshoe, please. You're smarter than this. However, we later found out that the guitar case had nothing to do with the murder. You sure? What convinced you it had nothing to do with the case? The guitar wasn't at the Gatewater Hotel that night. Well then, where was it? The bright red guitar was eventually found at the TV studio. The victim, Juan Corita, had apparently only taken the case with him, sir. But why? If he only took the case, then he had to take something in the case for some sort of purpose. So you mean he forgot to put the guitar inside the case? No, he took something else. Yes, sir, even when he was on stage for the ceremony, he didn't have his guitar. So that guitar case was empty before he even got to the hotel. Yeah, that's right. So it really had nothing to do with the case after all. I believe that is enough. First, the victim was choked to death with his bandana. Then, after the victim was dead, the killer deliberately stabbed him with a knife. A knife that had somebody's fingerprints in it, meaning they were trying to frame him. Which brings me to my next point. Why then did the police arrest Madame Guard? Because there was reason enough to suspect him. Here it comes. It looks like Edgeworth's back in full swing. Very well, Detective Gumshoe. Please testify about this matter. Yes, sir. I will say, it's good to have Edgeworth back, though. I kinda missed him. Madame Guard and Juan Corita were huge rivals with each other. They each thought the other guy was in his way. That's motive enough in my book. As for evidence, there's the German ninja's button. It was ripped off the ninja costume and was found in Mr. Angard's hakama. Okay. So, Madame Guard said something about it getting caught and stuff, but that has blood on it. Or ketchup. Blood or ketchup. The defendant's fingerprints were also all over the knife. What about Winston Payne? No, thank you. He can stay gone. Although it would be an easy case if he was here. The defendant bought the knife for the crime, which makes this a premeditated murder. It would be super easy mode if it was Winston Payne on the other side. So, the defendant's fingerprints were found on the knife used in the stabbing. Yes, but it makes no sense. It was sort of sticky on the handle, so the fingerprints came out pretty clearly, sir. Gatewater is engraved. Okay. And there's this button. That was found in the defendant's clothes, was it? And is this button also covered in blood? Yes, and we know that the blood on it is the victim's blood, sir. What? Oh no. Ripped from his costume, covered in Corita's blood, found in Angard's hakama. Okay, that's pretty bad for us, not gonna lie. All of this points very clearly to the defendant, doesn't it? Yeah, kinda. Yes, it most certainly does, Your Honor. Ready to give in yet, right? No, never. I'll find the hole in your argument somehow. You can press as hard as you'd like. Just hurry up with your usual pointless questions. Alright, let's see. Alright, they were huge rivals with each other, we know this, but I'm gonna press it anyway. But in terms of popularity, Mr. On Guard won, did he not? I mean, did he though? Because, I don't know, the Jammin' Ninja had so many bears and flowers and stuff. And the bigger room. You would think that he would be more popular, but what do I know? Yeah, but you know what's ironic, pal? Juan Corrida was always one step behind Mr. On Guard and everything. This year, it seemed like he'd finally caught up, ready for the big final showdown. But Mr. Corrida lost the Grand Prix in the end. It is too bad. He must have been pretty downhearted after losing. Why you dotting over there, huh? They each thought the other guy was in his way. Yeah, that's motive enough in my book. Wait just 1 second here. Mr. On Guard was beating Mr. Corrida in the popularity poll. Well, yeah, I guess, but... Which means that in the defendant's eyes, the victim was not a rival at all. Which means he had no motive at all to kill. Yes, I quite agree. Well, detective? It's not... Well... I guess if you put it that way, then yeah, the defendant would have no motive.
Objection!
Detective, I'm beginning to see why you're fired. Hey, shut up! No, not you too, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. I helped you when you were on trial, come on! I look forward to your pension negotiations. No! Now, detective, let's continue with the testimony. Don't worry about being fired right afterwards, it's fine. No, not my poor pension too. Detective, if you value your money, I suggest you proceed. Yes, sir. Can we talk about my pension later, sir? What about what I was... Hello? Anybody? I was talking. As for evidence, there's the Jammin' Ninja's button. Okay.
Hold it!
Do you have any proof that button belonged to the victim? I mean, yeah? Huh? What do you mean, pal? Let me put it this way. I'm asking if you have any evidence to back up your claim that this button was ripped off the Jammin' Ninja's costume. Huh? But can't you tell just by looking at it? And the victim's blood is on it. No. Anyone could have smeared that blood on there afterwards. Mr. Edgeworth? Help me, sir. I don't know what to say. I don't want to get fired more than I already have been. Alright. I knew it had to be this piece of evidence. Now to reel this one in. Thread. Oh. Huh? The button was attached to the costume by thread, obviously. And that thread snapped when the button was torn off. If you match up the ends of the thread on the costume with the thread on the button, it's a perfect match. Uh-oh. Okay. Yeah, that's it. They're a perfect match, pal. I knew that. Of course I knew that. That's Edgeworth for you. Never misses a beat. It was ripped off the ninja costume and was found in Mr. On Guard's hakama. Okay. It was found in the pants, right? When was this button found? Pretty soon after the body was found, we rounded up everyone who knew Mr. Corrida. And when we did a search on them all, that's when we found the button. Thank you, Skellyman. I'm glad you're back. So it was almost immediately after the murder then. The police didn't have the free time to lollygag and play tricks, unlike some people. Hey, I was dealing with a friend being kidnapped. It's a lot. I'm sorry. Hello? What is he trying to say about me there? The defendant's fingerprints were also all over the knife. Okay, hold on. I wish I had the evidence to prove this. I know there's a knife missing, but how are the fingerprints arranged on the knife? Oh, yeah, good question. Huh? What do you mean, pal? By examining the fingerprints, you can determine how the defendant held the knife. For example, did he hold it normally or overhand? Oh, is that what you meant? Well, we didn't actually think of that. Well, I can't believe the bumbling of this department. Can we do it now? Hopeless. Were you paying attention to the testimony, right? The defendant's fingerprints were all over the knife. There's no way to determine how the knife was held at the moment of the murder. So is the defendant the owner of this knife then? The defendant bought the knife for the crime, which makes this a premeditated murder. Hold on. Did he buy it? He can't really do much for himself. There's no way this was a premeditated murder, even if he bought the knife. He bought dinner, which came with a knife, yeah, but... Sorry, pal, this isn't some pocket knife. It doesn't fold, so it's not great for walking around with either. Well, this isn't good. If the prosecution can prove it was a premeditated murder, we're done for. Phoenix? Yeah? What? There's something very interesting about what the detective just said just now. Think carefully before it's too late. A button covered in the victim's blood and a knife with on guard's fingerprints. Be grateful. If the judge were more rash, he would have already pounded his gavel in closing. I mean, we're still in a world of trouble, though. Well, before any battle, you must find your enemy's weakness. So, let's find the weakness in this testimony, no matter how small it may be, okay, Phoenix? Okay, so, Mia, hold on. I'm gonna save real quick, because I haven't done it in a little bit. And then I'm gonna look at all of the stuff. Mia's talking about the button and the knife. The knife having fingerprints, the button having blood splatter. So, hold on. We did get the button. It was ripped from his costume, covered in Karita's blood, found in On-Guard's hakama. There's the victim's blood and On-Guard's fingerprints. In the grip, gate water is engraved. Okay, so... I'm assuming... Let's look at this. There's... Okay, hold on. But does that matter? I don't know. There's blood under where the button should be. But does that matter? I'm not sure. Okay, it's either gonna be... Where did it go? It's either gonna be this, or I think the knife. Where do I put it at? Hold on. Each thought the other guy was in his way. Motive enough in my book. Doesn't matter. There's the Jammin' Ninja's button. It was ripped off the ninja costume and was found in Mr. On-Guard's hakama. The defendant's fingerprints were also all over the knife. The defendant bought the knife for the crime, which makes this a premeditated murder. I don't think we have anything for the button right yet. Because it says... ripped off the ninja costume found in Mr. Ungard's Hakama, but I'm not sure if presenting the picture here works. Ripped off, found in the Hakama. Okay. The picture, I feel like the picture wouldn't work there. We're gonna go with the knife. Yeah, the hotel owns that knife. That's what I was going with. Here, at the very end. Just trying to make sure, like, sometimes I think of things weird and it's like, oh yeah, present something here. No. I'm pretty sure it was this. Okay, we're gonna present the knife with the engraving of... Hey, thank you very much. I need to be cozy right now. It's cold here for once.
Objection!
Wait a second. What? So, the basis of your argument that this was a premeditated murder is simply that my client bought a knife beforehand. Can't believe stream didn't crash while I lurked? What do you mean? Oh shit, I didn't read that. My bad, Gumshoe. I love you. I was trying to pay attention. Matt Ungard did not buy this knife. Huh? Take a good look at the handle of this knife and you'll see what I'm talking about. Oh, your internet dies. I'm glad it didn't die then. Huh? It has a Gatewater seal set into the handle. Gatewater? I think I've heard that name somewhere before. I would hope so, buddy. That's the name of the hotel. The Gatewater Hotel. The one you were standing in for hours yesterday, you know? Uh-oh. The murder knife was actually property of the hotel. Which means this murder was not premeditated. Yes, that is very true. This is a very big. What is it, Mr. Edgeway? Premium jest, attention, nice. Premium. I'm sorry, but the defense is simply too careless. What do you mean? Huh? Thank you. I think whether the crime was premeditated or not has already been determined. How so? I admit this knife is hotel property. There's no one currently on the police force that is dumb enough not to realize this. But I didn't know. Oh. The question is... where did this knife come from? Oh, that's obvious. It came from the victim, Mr. Kurita's room. No, it didn't. Sorry, Your Honor, but that's incorrect. He didn't have... wait, he didn't have food. He had a knife already. My bad. The victim ate a last meal before he was murdered. With that being the case, I would like to draw the court's attention to what is on top of the table. There's a knife and fork on the table. Then, where in the world did this knife come from? If it pleases the court, I would like for us to recall the room of the defendant, Mr. Matt Ungard. Especially what was on top of his table. Yeah, I saw it. There's something missing. Perhaps it is a single knife? We investigated the leftover dishes for fingerprints, and while we were investigating, we came to the conclusion that Mr. Matt Ungard's knife was missing. Okay, but somebody could have taken it. Mr. Ungard had gone to the victim's room with the knife he had used during dinner. Why would he carry a knife on a visit? To kill, of course. And with that, I believe the prosecution has proven this was a premeditated murder. Damn, that was really good. Amazing, Mr. Edgeworth. Absolutely brilliant. A brilliantly clear deduction. Hey, why don't you ever call me brilliant? You never call me brilliant. It seems like Edgeworth had this planned from the very beginning. This must be one of those traps, and I just walked headlong into it. A murder weapon with fingerprints, and a button from the victim's costume. There's quite a sizable amount of evidence here. I can safely say that any further deliberation is a waste of your Honor's time. Although, I wouldn't mind if the defense were to present evidence not yet shown to the court. Evidence not yet shown? He means evidence that the court hasn't seen yet. In other words, new evidence. What does the defense have to say about this, Mr. Wright? Well... Phoenix, the judge is favoring the prosecution right now. If we answer with something wrong here... Hint, hint, better save! I will. That gavel of his will be ringing out to the sound of our defeat. Mr. Wright, do you have something important and necessary to present to the court? I assume so, but... There's one, Yeah? One piece of evidence that catches my attention. Something that this court has yet to see. Mr. Wright, I will say this one more time. I do not feel this trial needs to continue at all. However, I'm giving you one chance and only one. What the judge is saying, right, is don't try pulling one of your usual bluffs here. Ooh, if I mess this up, it's curtains for all of us. You may now present one and only one piece of evidence. Now then, what is this important evidence that you must show to the court? I'm gonna be honest, I'm like, huh? There's this. Is this not yet in the court document? Not shown to the court yet? We have the photo in the... We have the photo, yes. Okay. There's this. I'm kind of assuming it's this, because I think Edgeworth gave us this. He gave us part 1 and part 2. This will lead us into the whole... somebody else had a motive thing. So I'm thinking it's this. I'm gonna try it.
Take that!
Yeah? Why? Don't laugh. Sorry, right, but this time your bluffing steered you wrong. Damn, okay. I can see nothing strange about this piece of evidence. Wait. No. I'm a man of my word, Mr. Wright. Damn, what do you want from me then? I do have evidence. No sign it's been drank or anything. Yeah, Maya died. We let her starve to death, I guess. My bad.
Take that!
Ugh. This is a wine glass, is it not? It is. Please look at the photo of the crime scene one more time. Oh, hold on. At least Pearls is the new master. At least we have her. Yeah, Hey, you know what? She can call forth both Mia and Maya now. It's fine. We're fine. We just can't let Pearls die after this, so keep her safe. The scene is a mess because of the victim's struggle against his assailant. The vase was broken. His makeup is all over the floor. These were all things that were at one point sitting on top of the dresser. Well, yes, I see your point. However, this glass that's sitting on top of the dresser is mysteriously untouched. The only thing that had not fallen over, along with everything else, is this wine glass. So, this piece of evidence is more than strange enough to warrant further consideration. Yeah, I'll take 31 head. I like her. She's pretty cute. Well, what do you have to say? Well, yes, it is a little peculiar. Isn't it? Yeah, I thought it was. You can stop looking at me with those puppy dog eyes of yours now, Mr. Edgeworth. What is it, Your Honor? Your opinion. You don't need my opinion. Because there is no special meaning to that glass, but there is. Hold on, what? It's safe to say that the glass was set there after the crime took place. Yeah, it is. Just like our baddie? What are you saying? You're saying I have a 31 head? I might. I don't know. Maybe that's why I have bangs. Now, the person who discovered the body, Adrian Andrews, for example. Oh, yeah, maybe. She could have easily been so shocked that she set the glass down without thinking. Can we get her on the stand, then? That does sound very plausible, Mr. Wright. Could Miss Andrews really have set that glass down without thinking? There's no way, or it's possible. There's no way. Nuh-uh. No way. Should I say it's no way? Oh no, I'm second guessing it. I'm just saying you're cute. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Really set that glass down without thinking. I want to say there's no way, but could be wrong. I'm gonna save. It could be wrong. They could be like silly about it. If I appear weak here, the trial is over. I can look for my proof later. For now, I should trust my instinct and point with certainty. They just might fall for it if you're thought-provoking enough. The defense would like to challenge the prosecution's theory. We would like to see something that proves it was Miss Andrews who set the cup on the table. The silly case is over? Oh no, did I hit the wrong one? You've turned the situation on its head, yet again, as usual. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have any proof to back up your claim? There's no way he has any. He's just bluffing. I don't know. It's Edgeworth we're talking about. Damn. Unlike Mr. Wright, I never say anything unless I have the evidence to support it. What? Aren't messing around with the cats and dolls anymore? Oh no. Edgeworth is on point today. You're not thinking hard enough today, Mr. Wright. Did you think this wine glass escaped my notice? Then, of course it has been thoroughly inspected. For fingerprints. Of course it is. Edgeworth can hold your hands? Well, you're gonna have to share, okay? Fingerprints? There were only one set of fingerprints left on this glass wine. Wine glass, glass wine. Only one. Well, whose were they? They were not the victims nor the defendants. Rather, They were of one Adrian Andrews. Okay. Can you prove that it was placed there after the murder? I guess you kinda can with the stuff knocked over. Anyway, what? Oh, we got an update though. That's good. That is why I said that the person who had discovered the body had left it there. How are we done here, Mr. Wright? I can't believe I fell into another trap! Miss Andrews was probably holding the glass when she went to see Mr. Kurita. But upon seeing his dead body, she was stunned and set the glass down near the dresser. Or on the dresser, my bad. What you just said makes a lot of sense. Tisk. Now, do you see, Mr. Wright? You can't change any part of my scenario as it explains everything all too well. You're the update? What does that mean? I've thought long and hard this past year about what it means to be a prosecutor. And from here on out... Yes, that explains nothing. 0 things. -1 thing. I will show you the answer I've come to discover. Wait a second. Mr. Edgeworth, I think the prosecution has provided enough evidence for me to enter my verdict. Unfortunately, I cannot allow you to pass judgment yet. The prosecution has yet another witness we would like the court to hear from. Oh, hell yeah, here we go. Another witness? Oh shit, is it, Oldbag though? Yes. Bailiff, please bring in the next witness. You'll have to convince me to reveal my secrets? I have no idea how to convince you of that. You know what? There. You're gone. How about that? Bye. You're gone. You can come back if you tell me your secrets. Good enough? Bailiff, please bring the next witness. What in the world is Mr. Edgeworth thinking? Oh no. What is he thinking? You could have bought anyone else. Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation. Witness? You've been erased, you have. You're gone forever. Quit shooting people, this is court! Gotcha! I wonder what happened to that calm composure he had earlier. Did he not realize it was Oldbag? Oh no. He played himself. Oh, Edgy boy, it's been, what, a year since we last met, hadn't it? You should be more happy to see me. I saw the report with her testimony, but who knew that under that helmet? He didn't! Ah, you played yourself, buddy. It was the Wicked Witch of the witness stand. I tell you, this time I know what I'm supposed to do. So today I'm gonna tell you anything and everything. Even things that don't have to do with that terrible crime. Please don't. Miss Witness, that terrible crime is all this court needs to know. Your secrets are that you are quite silly. That's not a secret. You're just pretending it's a secret. We all know. Everyone knows. You're back though. Congratulations. Shush. I'm talking to my dear Edgy Wedgy right now. Don't interrupt us, Gramps. Yes, madam. No. Please, by all means, interrupt her. Please. Anyway, witness, your testimony, please. It's true what they say, that youth are hot-headed nowadays. But not that I mind at all, Edgy. Now then, what should I start with? The witness was on security detail at the hotel on the night of the murder. She wasn't doing a very good job, though. Is this correct, Miss Oldbag? It was a great job being able to see my dearie Juan. She haunts my dreams too. I think... Oh, I don't know. Is she the worst character? I don't know. That one creepy, from the first case she was in, the creepy director or whatever was still pretty bad. But he hasn't come back, at least. It was almost too much for my little heart to handle. Salmonella, yeah. Ugh, even his name is just... Ah, no. You mean you were a fan of the victim? Look, everyone's crazy over that oh god, saying he's cute in a fresh way or something. But not me. I wouldn't say anything so silly. After all, I have no interest in a little child like him. I'm only interested in a real man. Juan Corrida. He makes cameos in the background and gets name dropped. At least he doesn't come back. I'll take it. He can stay away from me a little bit. It's fine. But those two were the same age. Anyway, as I was saying, I was pacing in front of his room that night. Very well. Please tell the court what you witnessed the night of the murder. So, you were pacing in front of the room all night, but you were in the foyer or whatever? How can you... Okay. Want a divorce from Oldbag? Okay. Leave it to me, Edgy Poo. Oh. What did she witness? Anyway, is Oldbag married? She can't be, right? There's no way. Imagine her husband just shows up. I'd feel so bad for her husband. Anyway, after the ceremony, I went to pace around in the hallway in front of his room. There was something I was interested in finding out, you know. Well, since I was on the job, I made sure to keep a good eye out the whole time. That's when somebody showed up. It was a man coming out of poor Juan's room. Just a man? Not the other guy? She isn't? Okay. Good, honestly. It was on guard. Meant on guard. He was trying to sneak his way out of Juan's room. Single, ready to mingle? No, I do not want Oldbag at all. No, thank you. She can stay away too. So Mr. On Guard came out of the victim's room. See, it has to be him. He's the murderer. Is she lying or is this true? I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. He said that he had never left his room. Alright, went to pace around in the hallway in front of his room. But also Lotto was there, so... Which is the truth, ma'am?
Hold it!
Miss Oldbag, what was your post on... Huh? What was your post on that night? Allow me, I was supposed to help set up the stage for that trifling show. So yet again, you've ditched your post to go fanboy after somebody. Give her the two-piece combo of objection, then accuse her of murder. I wish I could accuse Oldbag of murder, honestly. I'd throw her in jail in a second. But I refuse to help. I'll have you know, it was for that lead-headed samurai show. I even took out a few of the nails. Maybe it was a good thing the show didn't go on. She might have killed a guy. Then she'd be in jail. Oh well. Besides, that manager with the glasses seemed to be working hard at it without me. So I thought I'd take a break and spread my wings a little. That's when you went to hang around the victim's door. Where was Lana in all this? There was something I was interested in finding out, you know. Okay, what was it? Something you were interested in... And just what was that? It's not some little thing I can just go around telling everyone, you know. It's top secret between me and Juan. Ah, Nudgy-poo, of course. Okay, Edgeworth. Spill. What was the thing she was interested in, huh? I have no idea. Despite gossip, Your Honor. Gossip? Oh. But should it prove relevant, we can always have it appended to our testimony later. Looks like we should enforce it right now. And did the witness stay in the vicinity of the victim's door the entire time? Well, since I was on the job, I made sure to keep a good eye out the whole time. Okay, did you see Lana? No? Then would you tell us the number of people who went in and out of Mr. Kurita's room? I have no idea. I wasn't born so I could count things for those who didn't pay attention in class. That's why ever since I turned 20, I quit keeping track of how old I really am. That was a long time ago, huh? Yes, well, that would explain why your age was not included in the report. In any case, the witness then saw someone, correct? That's when someone showed up. It was a man coming out of poor Juan's room. Okay. I know you're probably just gonna say... on guard, but who in the world was that? I'm not allowed to say. This sort of information has to be carefully guarded from the masses, Sonny. The man that came out of Juan's room. He was... Yes, he was. No, I'm too scared. I can't say his name out loud. Oh, what I wouldn't give to have Fransika's whip right about now. Imagine. She won't need it anymore. She's been shot. So, why not? Let's take it. I'll give it to Pearl. She can play with it. Well, I guess I can tell you since he was such a bad boy anyway. It was on guard, not on guard. Okay, hold on. You saw my client. Are you sure about that? Yes, eh? Where are you getting yes, eh from? Isn't that something Lotta says? Really? Annoying brat. When I say I saw someone, I saw that person. Why do I get a sense of deja vu? Maybe to avoid a repeat of last year, I should delve into this a bit further. Let's see. The person's clothes, the person's face, what the person was carrying. Well, the person's face, if she saw it. Although she's just gonna say it was Matt on guard, right? Alright, let's save right here because I could be off, but... the person's clothes. Okay. Because we were saying something about the button being stuck in his pants. Let's try that. It could be carrying or the clothes. Let's do clothes. Please tell the court about the men's clothes in more detail. What a troublesome man you are, really, as if something like that really matters. But it does. It really does. Were they bloody? Now what was it? Oh yes, it was that thing. What thing? That gaudy thing he's always wearing, that racing jacket. Ah, he was wearing that at the detention center too. That thing's meant for nothing but seducing women out of their pantaloons. Ah, okay, right, yeah. So, Mr. Wright, was this testimony just now important or relevant in any way? So she's saying he wasn't in costume, right? Of course it was important, Your Honor.
Objection!
What? He wasn't in costume, she just said it. Then perhaps you would like to point out what part of that testimony was important. Don't you see it, Edgeworth? Do you see it? Your Honor, I request what the witness said about the jacket to be appended to her testimony. I don't quite see where you're going with this, but alright. Witness, please. Well, I don't like to badmouth anyone without reason, but if I must... Okay, he was wearing his flashy racing jacket. Okay. So the button then. Ripped from his costume, covered in Kurita's blood, found it on guard's hakama. That's not what he was wearing. Present. You fucked up, Oldbag. What? Don't say my name for no reason. I'm not. I'm saying you fucked up. Do you know what this is? Nah, it's button number 2 on the German ninja's costume. Now I know she's an obsessed fan. She identified it in a single glance. Give it here, give it here. If you don't give it to me, I'll punish you with this. Wow, I'm so hurt. Ouch. Wow, she really is a die-hard fan to want a button covered in blood. This button was discovered on Mr. Unguard's body during a full-body search. See? This button proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it was that rascal on guard. No, it doesn't. It was caught up in the pleats of his nickel samurai hakama pants. See? And on guard is the nickel samurai. Witness, hold on now. It may just be me, and I do have an active imagination, but... Just now, didn't you say that the defendant, not on guard, was wearing his usual racing jacket? Oh, you shy now? Take it off. Ah, I'm so sorry. Sorry that you judge people based on what they wear. If I wore the trendiest dress... Oh, okay. Ridiculous looking outfit. It's hideous, right? Yes, it is, actually. Uh-huh. And it's heavy. Boy, see these? Oh, she was talking shit about my clothes. Judge? Now, hold your tongue still there for a second. So, what you saw in actuality was not Mr. On Guard, the man. But Mr. On Guard, the nickel samurai? But when you think about it... Which did you see, ma'am? They're really one and the same anyway. Miss Oldbag, this is a very important point we're talking about. Come on now. Jipu, do you think so too? Well, it might be something worth considering, ma'am. Just say it's important and agree with me for a change. You can do it. Witness, think carefully and try to remember as much as you can before you testify. Alright, if you insist. You should be the one sighing. I should be the one sighing, not you. It's like talking to a 7-Eleven. What do you mean? On guard. Yeah, now I remember. The nickel samurai, that's right. It was the nickel samurai that I saw. Oh, her mouth never closes. I get it. Yes, it would have been convenient for him to wear his costume during the murder. He had to go to that post-ceremony stage show right after the crime, you know. So he must have worn that nickel samurai costume when he was stabbing poor Juan. Okay, but you just said that he wasn't wearing that, so... I knew it. Oh, here we go. I knew you'd say he was inside that costume. What? Did You think there could have been someone else inside that costume? Yeah, it's a costume. That's kind of what they're for. Don't be a bad little boy thinking such rude things. But the possibility does exist. Ah, youngins today. I told you there's no way it was anyone else. How do you know that, though? Because I said so. And what I say is always... wait. What I say is the truth. That's a lie. At least she's just as delightful a witness as she was a year ago. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Okay, what do we have for this? Oh, I saw. On God. Now I remember. You didn't remember before? Why was it different before, huh? Would you please get on with your testimony? Watch your language, young man. What sort of tone is that to take with an elder? My youthfulness isn't what it used to be, so you should be forgiving me for everything. No. You get forgiven for nothing. If you keep on barking at me like that, I'll start singing at that. Okay, I'm shutting up right the fuck now. No. Shush. Hush. Close your mouth. Zip. A striking figure. Oh, no. No. We're done. She's actually singing. Someone help my poor ears. Mr. Edgeworth, can you please do something about this racket? Witness, I'll give you a piece of gum later if you'll be good and stick to just the facts. Okay, if you promise, right? Right? I'll be sending the bill for the chewing gum to your office at a later date. Don't worry, I can afford 25 cents. Remind me to send you a thank you note later too, Edgeworth, old chum. Alright, it was the nickel samurai you saw, huh? Be a little more careful with your testimony, please. Not too long ago, you said he was wearing his racing jacket, and now he's not? Not too long ago. Let me ask you this. When you were itty-bitty, what was your grand dream? Huh? What did you want to be when you grew up, whippersnapper? My dream, huh? Well, I wanted to be a judge. Judge Wagner, hero of the public's court. So what? See? And look where you are now. You're not Judge Wagner, are you? Are you? Well, no. What I said earlier. Who puts any weight into things like that? The court. The court. The court puts very much weight onto that, ma'am. Excuse me. Now is everything. I can't be held responsible for the past. Since when did court become theatrics over testimonies? All that matters is that man was inside the costume. Isn't that enough? No, it's not enough. You lied earlier. Or right now. It would have been convenient for him to wear his costume during the murder. You sure? You sure about that? And why would that be? That way, no one could see his face, of course. But there's still no advantage for him that I can see. In fact, you would think the costume would make him stand out all the more. Yeah? You are such an annoying child, you know that? You disagree with everything I say. Isn't that what you're always doing to me? I got it. Maybe it was more troublesome for him to change in and out of his costume. Okay, he had to go to that post-ceremony stage show right after the crime. Was Jamming Ninja not also supposed to be there, though? Was there anyone else scheduled to appear at the post-ceremony show? Well, all the contestants were supposed to go on stage in a friendly gesture thing. And that included the Jamming Ninja, huh? Of course it included him. So then they would know right away that he didn't show up and check on him and see that he was dead. Seems kind of stupid, ma'am. That's why when On Guard came out of Juan's room, I didn't give it a second thought. I see. Well, anyway. Okay. Just not gonna talk about that part, huh? He must have worn that nickel samurai costume when he was stabbing poor Juan.
Hold it!
So, let me ask you one last time. The person you saw, it really was the nickel samurai. As showy as ever. Haven't I been saying that from the very beginning? Can I throw in the towel yet? I'd like to go home. If Maya wasn't about to die, then yeah, I would. You don't need to think too hard on this one. Huh? There's a contradiction in her testimony, and it's sitting in plain sight. The question is, what that contradiction means for us. Well, I have to figure out what you're talking about first, but okay. Okay, now she remembered. It was the nickel samurai that she saw. It would have been convenient for him to wear his costume during the murder. He had to go to that post-ceremony stage show right after the crime. So he must have worn that nickel samurai costume when he was stabbing poor Juan. Okay. Contradiction right out in the open. The nickel samurai is to confess something after the post-ceremony stage show. Stolen the night of the murder. A tabloid article about the victim was in the case. No. Okay. Gatewater Hotel. Hold on. It would have been convenient. Fingerprints. Fingerprints. Oh, shit, you're right. It bears his fingerprints. Damn, alright. Because he has gloves on for both of these things, so... Okay. He must have worn that nickel samurai costume when he was stabbing poor Juan. So the question here is, do we present the knife with the fingerprints, or do we present the picture showing that he has gloves? Because it could go either way. I'm assuming we do the picture. Although... Stabby stabby? Okay, stabby stabby this. Stabby stabby this. I was gonna say, although that doesn't really say much of anything. Yeah, stabby stabby makes way more sense.
Objection!
Please, take a look at this. Yeah, so it's a knife, big deal. If you try to scare me with that, I'll have you know it won't work. No. That's not my intention at all, ma'am. That's the knife that was used in the murder, correct? Your Honor, do you know why this piece of evidence is important to this case? You don't even have to ask. It's because the defendant's fingerprints are on it. Yeah, but... he's about to get it. Is that what you're driving at? That is exactly what I'm driving at. Well, what are we driving at? And whose car are we driving? Edgeworth's. His is cooler. If Mr. On Guard was really in the nickel samurai costume at the time of the murder, then it's impossible for his fingerprints to have been left on this knife. Actually, he would have wiped all previous fingerprints off this knife, on this knife, right off. There we go. Oh, that's right. The nickel samurai wears gloves, doesn't he? Yes, he does. He probably took his gloves off before he began the stabbing.
Objection!
Yeah, but then wouldn't he have blood on the inside of his gloves? And why would he do something like that? To leave his fingerprints on the murder weapon? Who are you? There's no way he would do something like that. However, there is one possibility, and what is it? Then let's hear your possibility, huh? It's very simple. The defendant went to the victim's room while in costume as the Nickel Samurai. At that time, the defendant held no intent to murder. He was probably just going to relax and talk with the victim about the stage show. Which is why he took his gloves off. Huh. But the murder still did take place. It's well known that there was bad blood between the defendant and the victim. Yes, I have heard that before. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say about Edgeworth's theory? So, let me get this straight. Edgeworth's theory goes like this. When the defendant went to the victim's room, he had no intention of killing him. Now, up to this point, are there any problems with this theory? He went to the room having no intention to kill the guy. Are there any contradictions? Yeah, if he brought the knife. If he's saying that the knife, he was saying earlier that it was premeditated and the knife was the reasoning, so yeah, there's a contradiction. Why did he bring a knife? This theory contradicts something in an earlier testimony. What are you babbling about? Did you forget? Now, for argument's sake, let's suppose Mr. Ungard was the killer, if that's the case. Am I being stinky again? Hopefully not, unless it's good. It's impossible for the killer to have gone to the victim's room without intent, because he brought the knife. Well, they brought the knife, because it's not Matt Ungard.
Take that!
Stinky affectionate? Then yes. Yes. This knife was used by Mr. Ungard at dinner. Yes, we did establish that. Which means that if my client was in fact the killer, then he brought this knife with him when he went to visit why can I say this? Mr. Corrida. I suppose. However, you just said it yourself. At that time, the defendant held no intent to murder. So, if that were true, then why would he bring a knife? He wouldn't, would he? Which means, Mr. Edgeworth, your theory was flawed from supposition 1. And one more thing. If the murderer was wearing the costume at the time of the murder, then there should be glove marks left on the knife. True. Which means the defendant's fingerprints shouldn't be all over it like bees on a hive. And that brings me to my final point. This knife was planted by the real killer to hide their identity and mislead us. I knew it. I knew it! Called that from the start. Order! Order! I say order. Order in the court! Was this knife really planted by the killer? Why would the murderer do such a thing? To hide the murder method? No, because they found it. To frame Matt Ungard. It's to frame my client, Mr. Ungard, of course. To frame.
Objection!
What? Aren't you forcing the interpretation just a little too hard on this one?
Objection!
No. But we just established that the witness saw the Nickel Samurai in costume. And if that were true, then there shouldn't be a single fingerprint on this knife. Ugh. Witness. Looks like I've made your life a tiny bit more difficult, huh, Edgy Poo? Every time. Every time. Witness, did you or did you not really see the nickel samurai, please? Well, I guess at first I might have forgotten, but... Are you saying you mixed up Mr. On Guard with the nickel samurai, his character, on TV? I mean, I can't really do anything about that now. Look, I was waiting around in front of their doors because, well, I wasn't waiting around for the nickel samurai, that's sure. She wasn't waiting for the nickel samurai, huh? Alright then. Who were you waiting around for then? That's top secret to anyone outside of security. I have a feeling you were waiting for Mr. Juan Corrida. Am I correct, witness? If he sees it immediately, it's not that secret. I'm sorry. What do you think? You're a sad amateur with a terrible case of nearsightedness. Amateur? Me? What am I an amateur of? So Oldbag was waiting around in front of the victim's room. But it doesn't sound like she was waiting to catch a glimpse of Mr. Corrida. Maybe Phoenix. Maybe the Oldbag was waiting around for that person. If it's who I think Mia's hinting at, it's certainly possible. Okay, let's save, because we're about to get an option. An option. Miss Oldbag, you were waiting for this person to come out of the victim's room, weren't you? Everyone wanted to know, right? If she was having an affair with this guy. Because who else would it be? If it wasn't him, and she didn't expect to see him, then it had to be her.
Take that!
It's a corpse. Who is this person? This is Adrian Andrews, Mr. Unguard's manager. You talking about Oldbag? Cause she's close. Very close. But why would the defendant's manager be in the victim's room? It seems that this is the latest rumor in circulation, Your Honor. She is dead? Since when? Since when? Oh, this is... Well, this is... I see. The judge seems to be really into the article, if it can be called such a thing. When this manager with the initials AA, are you saying it's... Adrian Andrews, without a doubt. The witness thought so as well. Thank you. Looks like you found me out. Well, that's fine. I can throw away this whole sworn to confidentiality stuff then. Witness? What in the world are you? Watch out, Phoenix. I have a sneeze that's like not wanting to come out. Silly stuff. Hold on. Talking about silly ass stuff. How was what's his name? What? Oh, Scrum. Yeah. I got some information, some very secret information from a certain source. So that's why I was doing my own little investigation. In secret, of course. Scrummy Dum Dum, Tom Tom, Scrum Diddlyumptious. That's his name. Well, their name. Did you see the end of that? That was crazy. I mean, they didn't have a name. Something had to stick. I thought it was a pretty good name. But for what? What for? Oh, just for myself. Personal reasons and all that. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, how will you proceed from here? I really don't want to do this. However, I cannot simply let this point slide. I see. Very well then, witness, please testify about this secret information. Yeah, Scrum did deserve to be beaten up, honestly. Get ready, this is gonna take the wind out of you youngins. I'm sure we're all capable of handling this, really. It's not like we're 10 years old. That on guard is one evil man. He thought he could ruin poor Juan by causing a huge scandal. So, to do that, he sent his own manager to get in close with Juan. I cannot condone such dirty tricks, so I took action. Oh, and this is top secret. You got that? Nobody else but you and me and the whole audience in the courtroom know it yet, okay? Audience? Close your ears. The defendant sent his manager. What a distasteful topic for this court. What? Nobody's above gossip. And isn't there a saying? The truth is never pleasant. Never heard that one before. Mr. Edgeworth, what about this Adrian Andrews person? We've looked into this matter and found that the truth the article proposes is in fact baseless gossip. Is it though? But should this be true, then this proves that the defendant did bear ill will towards the victim. Oh, okay, so this means I have to smash this rumor once and for all. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Someday I'll manage to convince you to ace attorney with me? Maybe. Let's see. Be careful. The Oldbag seems rather excited right now. That's right, on guard is nothing but your average foul-blooded youth. Oh, as the old saying goes, you gotta burn old bags with fire. Hell yeah. Time to fire up the afterburners and hit the highway to the danger zone. Bap. She grew up so fast, she really did. She's just not at all dressed for court, but yeah, she showed up. Alright, he's one evil man.
Hold it!
I'm just gonna press her on all of it. You can't say something like that without proof. That's just slander. But it's true, that woman was getting intimate with poor Juan. Look, it says so right here, doesn't it? Manager to the stars, Miss A.A. But the name of the magazine this came from is Gossipland. What? Are you saying that gossip is all just a pack of lies? What do you know? I suppose next you'll swear to me that the news is 100% true. That's dated horribly, I'm just gonna say. Honestly, Sonny, you can't discriminate between the news and gossip. Damn. You kinda can't nowadays. Some of it's just as bad. Yes, discrimination is bad, Mr. Wright. Discriminate? When did I do anything like that? Anyway, on guard will never get me to say touche. He thought he could ruin poor Juan by causing a huge scandal.
Hold
it! Scandal? What do you mean by that? You're a dim-witted one, aren't you? I can't believe you don't know what a scandal is. Honestly, what are they teaching kids in middle school these days? No. I wasn't asking what the word scandal means. Even I know that much. Well, that on God thought he could own a monopoly on popularity. So to do that, he sent his own manager to get close, okay? You don't have any proof that Mr. On Guard did any such thing. You must be suffering from shock, the shock of hearing the truth. And now, since you're in so much shock, you can't do anything, right? You're right, I can't do anything, but boy, do I wish I could do something about you. Alright then, Sonny, show me what you got. Can you show me proof that God didn't bear any ill will towards Juan? Let's see what we got. Strangle with a scarf. Juan Carita was her suicide note hidden. Okay. Found next to the victim, filled with tomato juice. Andrew's prints, yeah. Article from the tabloid Gossip Land. The killer. A glossy photo Maya pushed onto me. Something to do with Lotta. What did Lotta... Lotta had the camera. Can't believe Oldbag's still here. Go away. I know, she's been here for so long. So we've got the article. It's very much not that, because that's their proof right now. We got her camera. It has a tabloid article about the victim in the case. Do we know? Like, is this evidence that we have right now? Did we find this? Map of the Gatewater Hotel. Juan Carita's murder scene. I feel like at some point we're gonna have to bring up her suicide attempt, unfortunately. What Oldbag said earlier. Hold on. Let's decline it for now. I assume we'll be okay. Hold on. I just wanna remember what you said, okay? You're just giving me a free pass to say whatever I want, whenever I want. No, I did not. Chill out. That's the way the cookie crumbles for you, anyway. Okay, hold on. Cannot condone such dirty tricks, so she took action. This is top secret. Nobody else but you and me know it yet. Okay, so... all of this. Dirty trick, so I took action. He sent his own manager to get in close with Juan. On guard is one evil man. Okay. Well, maybe you should brace yourself this time. I don't know that I have it, but brace yourself. Here's my proof that Mr. On Guard did not hold any ill will towards the victim. Okay. I'm going to attempt the camera. Give her the what for, beat her up with your words. I'm trying. I'm gonna go for it. I don't 100% understand, but... nope. That's it. You can take it from here, Edgy Poo. What are you handing it over to me for? So you can give that jagged-headed baboon boy a message for me, please. Tell him that no matter what he does, the only thing he's good at is failing. What she said, right? Or should I say, baboon boy? Not a baboon boy. That's the one we just pressed on. Let's press the last ones and see what we can get from him then. So, what do you mean by I took action? Like I already told you, I was lying in wait close to the crime scene. Once that slimy woman came... Once that slimy woman came out of Juan's room, I was gonna capture her and teach her a good lesson. Something you youngins need. You were gonna teach her a good lesson? I was gonna make her eat the damaging beams of my ray gun. Like this. No, stop. Well, it was too bad that woman didn't come through the door that night. Okay. Oh, and this is top secret. You got that? Nobody else but you and me know yet, okay?
Hold it!
Wait. Oh, I get what you're saying now. If I picked the wrong statement. I think I get it. What? I'm a busy woman. Tea time with the kids is over. Secret information that no one else knows yet. Hold on. If that's true, then how do you know the secret information? Oh, well, that's because I'm a pro. Yeah, that's it. Did you steal Lotta's fucking camera? Swear to God, I'm throwing you in jail if you stole that camera. It's a secret. Even if you drilled a hole into my brain, you'd never find out. How in the world did that old bat get such a secret piece of information, eh? Do we press further or do we present evidence? Because I kinda get it, but let's press further first and see what she says. If you don't be a good girl and tell me where you got this secret information, you won't get to go home today. She's not gonna care. She has nobody to come home to. She doesn't even have cat. Hey boo, what are you doing? Help me! Oh, I have to do with this. Just do this for me. You'll get your reward. I don't want your reward, but you don't leave me much of a choice.
Objection!
Hold up. The witness could have gotten her information from anywhere. It's even possible that it was spontaneously made up inside the witness's head. Oh, really? And he lectures me on reckless blabbering, huh? Alright. I'll present the evidence. As long as we don't know where this information came from. It's quite a waste of time to focus on this line of questioning. Where did she get her inside information? Well, I know where it's at. I know. Sounds like just another tidbit of gossip, doesn't it? But you can't just ignore it either. It makes your client look bad either way. Alright, I know where it's at. There has to be something we can catch her on. I do. She stole Lotta's camera, I think. And when I find it, I'm gonna press the heck out of it. Okay, present evidence. So, no one else is supposed to know this secret information, correct? If that's true, then why do you know it, Miss Oldbag? Oh, why are you looking at me like that? Stop it! Witness? I hate to say it, but this is how you came to acquire your secret info, isn't it? This one right here?
Take that!
The investigative photographer, Lotta Hart. Oh yes, I remember that mischievous girl. She reported that she had lost a certain note she had written to herself. She reported such a thing? On that piece of paper, she had written down some of her impressions about the relationship between the victim and Miss Andrews. What? Outrageous ideas, you say? No. I said impressions. Impression. Then everything written on this piece of paper is completely meaningless? Oh, that's it. That's the note. Where'd you get that from? You're going to jail. Yep, you're going to jail. No, you see, this is something completely different. This is my top secret list of groceries to buy. Oh, really? It says, nothing about groceries. Huh. Then you're the one who took Miss Hart's note. I'm a huge fan of wands, that's why. That infamous, puffy-head whippersnapper. She's working with that evil young guy. She said so herself. Oh God, I'm his sidekick. She was so happy, smiling like a silly duck. I was only checking what she had written. To jail. Everyone agrees. Nobody is against this. Go to jail. Edgy Poo, you believe me, don't you? No, I do not. Go to jail. Oh, I was only trying to help out like the angel I am. It's only one piece of paper. I've never taken anything else before. You really should come with a supply of cheese to match your vintage wine. Oh, damn. Only Edgeworth would come up with that. Well, it was only a piece of paper. I suppose we can overlook this just this once. Nuh-uh. Throw her in jail? Right now. She looks like she's really sorry, and I don't give a fuck. Should I forgive her? Give Granny a break? No. If I let up on her now, she'll get away. I have to find some way to inflict a defeating blow to the prosecution. Witness, you said that the only thing you stole was that note. Is this correct? So, why don't you listen more carefully, you annoying brat? I saved this piece of paper from the terrible, lonely trash can, that's all. You're lying, damn it, I can prove it. Are you putting my credibility under scrutiny again? Yeah? Miss Oldbag. I don't believe that the note is the only thing you stole that night. Is it not just the camera again? But a knife. They were all there. Got it. Did she take this? Is she that crazy? Oh my god. I mean, I got the juice for it. Fuck it. Did you take this guitar?
Take that!
I just wanted to know. I wanted to know if she was that crazy, Edgeworth. I'm sorry. Huh. More than the witness's credibility, perhaps you should be worrying about your legal standing, or should I say failing. I'm setting the volume down to low, so I won't have to waste my time. I'm sorry. I just really needed to know if that was the answer. Never knew the judge had hearing aids. Oh shit, he's got hearing aids? Now's not the time to be wondering about health conditions. Okay, one more try. You're lying and I can prove it. Okay. Yes, I am. I said the answer earlier, yeah. I was just really curious. It'd be hilarious if you stole it, but I was 100% on the camera.
Take that!
Miss Oldbag. That note was written with a camera inside its case, wasn't it? A camera? Yesterday, Lana Hart was raising a huge stink over her camera. She kept saying something like, "My sweetie, 1,600 camera disappeared on me." What? Witness? What is it, Gramps? I wouldn't be calling him Gramps right now. If you have the note, then it is only logical that you have the camera too. Looks like you found me out again, Sonny. Is this the camera? Is this the camera you're looking for? Yeah, that's it. But, even though I look like this, I'm still a person, you know? I still eat meals like you. I fall in love, borrow things from people. You did not borrow, you stole. You're going to jail. I think your definition of borrow is a little off. I saw that woman's business card, and that's when I noticed it said, "Slime bag celebrity photographer extraordinaire." Well, when I saw that, I had to know what sort of pictures she had taken. You better not have deleted them. I'm also a professional security guard. It's my business to know these things. Bailiff! Check this camera's photos. Hurry up. We must examine them at once. To be continued? No? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do we have? There's only one photo that seems to be relevant to this case. Please present it to the court. Oh shit. Hey. This is the Nickel Samurai. See, I told you. That guy, that's the guy I saw. This proves that the witness was not lying earlier about this matter. Okay. We gotta look at that picture Maya gave us, though. What does all this mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photo by itself does not prove that the person in it is the defendant, however. In his own confession, Mr. Angard clearly stated that at the time of the murder, he was still in his nickel samurai costume. If that is the case, then this nickel samurai is the defendant. Did they not have backup costume? How did it come to this? I think this brings us to the end. We have examined every piece of evidence thoroughly. Final comments, Mr. Wright? The court will consider them before we close. Do you agree this photo is decisive evidence against your client? Give me a second. 1 second. No. No, Your Honor. If this photo really is decisive, then we're done for. But if I raise an objection here and blow it, then I would put Maya's life in jeopardy. Okay. Saving time. I get the hint. I can't make a mistake here. There's only one road out of this mess. This photo that Lotta took, there's something strange with it. 100%. There's something strange with this photo. I knew this was coming, right? Your thoughts, Mr. Edgeworth? I think we can all agree there's nothing strange with this photo. I'm sorry, but as a short person who has to hem their pants, that photo is not correct. There's no way for the defense to debunk this photo, even with a bunker buster. Debunk with a bunker buster? Is that what you're planning to do, Mr. Wright? Yeah, that's when I went to check the photo Maya gave us, I was like, are his pants always like that, or... Anyway, please look at the photo one more time. If you really believe you can honestly find something wrong with this photo, then you should only need one chance, correct? Correct. Well, I have to find something wrong with this photo. I can't let this chance go by. Where in the heck did she take this photo from anyway? It's all out of focus. Why can't she take a good shot, especially when it counts? Come on, Lana. Now then, let's hear your objection. What about this photo is strange? Well, you see, the length of his pants is completely off, sir.
Take that!
I would like to direct this court's attention to this one area right here. What are you pointing to? His ankles? Yeah, pretty much. If you could see this person's ankles, that would be one thing. However, you can't. And what does that mean? Well, sir, the costume person in this photo could not have been Matt on guard. What is the meaning of this?
Objection!
I wonder if you would care to elaborate with actual facts, that is. Oh, don't worry, I got it. Let's take a look at the Nickel Samurai's poster. Thank you, Maya, wherever you are. Please pay attention to the area around the bottom of the hakama. See? You can see his feet. His socks. You can see his socks. Exactly. However, in this photo... No, Pete! The Nickel Samurai is clearly holding his hakama up just to walk. There's only one explanation for this. The person inside this costume is clearly much shorter than the defendant. Alright, I think I've turned things around for myself this time. That's curious. What is? Edgeworth is unusually calm today. That's true. He's just letting the trial run itself, as if he's only along for the ride. Huh. Along for the ride? What do you mean by that? I can only guess that perhaps he doesn't feel under attack at all. Interesting, okay. He doesn't feel under attack. Then I haven't damaged his case at all? Mr. Edgeworth, where does this leave us? If the person in this photo is not met on guard, then everything the prosecution has tried to prove has become meaningless. And you're not upset? I figured it would come to this, really. What? How did you know? Right, I have something I want to ask you. I think you've proven that the person inside this costume is not met on guard. In that case, who is this a photo of? Uh-oh. Well, who is the person wearing the nickel samurai costume? Don't stress out over this, Phoenix. It's very simple. I think so too, but we're gonna save because it's been a minute. What you should be focused on is Edgeworth's attitude, don't you think? Yeah. Why is he so calm? Mr. Wright, let's hear your thoughts. Who is the person in this photograph? Well, I believe, Your Honor, that it is Adrian Andrews.
Take that!
Adrian Andrews? Who else would it be? If you want to know who that nickel samurai is, it's none other than this woman. And why would you say it must be Andrews? What in the world points you to her? For starters, she's short. And she can freely move in and out of Mr. Enguarde's room. Finally, she had dinner with Mr. Enguarde that night and could have taken his knife. And how does that all add up? It means that it makes it very easy for her to get a certain item. A certain knife with Mr. Enguarde's fingerprints all over it. The knife that was used as a murder weapon. Why don't you just say what it is you want, right? I have to do this now. This is my last chance to turn things around. The defense moves to indict Miss Adrian Andrews in the murder of Juan Corrida. It was Miss Andrews who tried to frame the defendant for the crime. Order! 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 It looks like this trial has hit a most unexpected development. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. This court is issuing a subpoena for Miss Adrian Andrews. A verdict cannot be passed without first hearing her testimony. Alright, this is it. This is kind of bad for us. How? What do you mean? If Adrian Andrews is summoned to court as a witness, it means that the trial will go on for another day. Oh yeah, Maya's hungry. One more day. If I don't get a verdict today, then Maya... Uh-oh. Now then, we shall set Miss Andrews' testimony for tomorrow. What am I supposed to do? The judge is about to adjourn the court. Objection! Objection! Crazy guy! Crazy guy with Maya, help! Now then...
Objection!
Please, Your Honor, continue the trial. You must pass a verdict today. No? I can't do that. We cannot hear Miss Andrews' testimony if she's not... Oh. We're poor wasting such valuable time. Edgeworth? Your Honor, I request that you please continue with today's trial. Do you know, or are you just getting the vibe that I'm picking up, you know? But we cannot continue due to this unexpected development. This unexpected development. I think you underestimate me, Your Honor. And what do you mean by that? That Mr. Phoenix Wright would slave his way to subpoenaing Miss Adrian Andrews is all happening according to plan, even if Wright was a bit slow to catch on. What? What? How are you this far ahead of me, huh? What is the meaning of your statement, Mr. Edgeworth? Miss Adrian Andrews is currently waiting in the prosecution's lobby. I'm just that good. She is the next witness. Everything was planned out in advance by that man. Somehow I knew there was no way Edgeworth would overlook Miss Andrews. Looks like this battle is far from over. Exactly. Very well. We will call the next witness. However, before we proceed, we shall take a 10-minute recess. Oh, to be continued? I'm glad I kept going if it is. Please prepare your witness in that time, Mr. Edgeworth. The court will now take a 10-minute recess. Ooh, to be continued. That means it's gonna be a decently long bit of trial.